Good morning, everyone. It is November the 21st, 2016, and the start of a holiday week. And the holiday week of Thanksgiving usually favors equities. They usually rally. And depending on the Trump announcements this week for cabinet positions, that could be sped up by that. Deutsche Bank had an article that said that look for the E-mini to go, or the S&P 500, excuse me, to go to 2,500 based on the Trump win and his appointments so far to the cabinet. And everything is set up. The Dow's already made new highs. So this week's focus normally, as far as the markets are concerned, is equities. It's not treasuries. Now, treasuries, we've had a big drop in. We've lost 200,000 puts over the last 4 days, been taken out of the market. So the hedging that has been done via puts has been, a large part of that has been lifted. The market's been hit very hard since the Trump election, since November the 9th. And we might get a pause, and it's the 2, 5, and 7-year auction, which generally speaking, that's easier paper to move than 3, 10, and 30-year papers. So we'll see. Conditions are set for at least a relief rally. Okay, you can see right now that the biggest break in the market is from 125.28 to 126 even, right up here in this area. A lot of breaks, a lot of back and forth between this, and visually my eye tells me that 125.30 is the break in the market. Resistance starts at 25.5 and then 25.8. The news today is pretty limited. We have Chicago Fed National Activity Index, and last month it was minus 0.14. Anything below 0 shows a contracting economy. Anything above 0, an expanding economy. Then we have the 2-year auction today at 1 Eastern. So I believe Draghi speaks today at 11. So Draghi's speech might impact the markets today, but nothing in the way of news. So we really are down to the 2-year auction in the direction of the E-mini. And given the 2-year auction, I like the market today. So where is our sell? Our first sell is 27 to 31. And then 3 to 7. On the buy side, we're at 23.5, 16 to 20. Let them get stops below 20 is buy 1. I like the 17 number very much. And then 9 to 13 for buy 2. Hope your all's weekend was good. It was kind of cool here on Saturday because of the winds, and then yesterday was a pretty nice day. I think we were 55, 56 degrees. And it's supposed to make 60 through Wednesday before it cools down over Thanksgiving. So pretty mild. The big storm did bring a killing frost, first one of the year for us. Then we haven't stayed above freezing for the next 2 days. So still not much of a fall on the southern central plains. And the winter, because of La Nina, is forecast to be pretty mild too. I think the cold weather for the United States, as far as the forecast goes, and the moisture is for the Northeast. The rest of the country looks pretty mild compared to historical norms. Okay, looking at the 30-year, and I've split it in Frankfurt. The Frankfurt split is the K split and the L split. I think that's probably more valid right now than the London split at M. Moves tend to start an hour earlier in Frankfurt to get the jump on what they're going to do in London. How is that possible? Every major bank and trading operation in the world has trading desks in all the major money market centers, and Frankfurt and Paris would certainly be considered money market centers too. So right now we've rejected prices above 53.22. So number one resistance is 20 to 24. Sell 27s to 31, sell 1. 7 to 11, sell 2. On the buy side, we have support at 4 to 8, buy 29 to 01, buy 17 to 21 for buy 2. Hope everybody's football teams won over the weekend. Had some pretty good games. Michigan State lost by 1 point. I know Chuck was pretty excited for that 2.5, say 3 to 4 hour game. Guess Ohio State isn't as good as they say they are, or their competition is a lot better. Probably the latter. Normally Ohio State pretty much gets their own way. I guess is it still called the Big Ten? I'm not sure. Looking at gold. Gold has recovered. Dollar's down a little bit. So we had, I think on Friday we were trying to buy the buck to 02. Didn't get there. 5 to 7 is still support. So 9 to 11, buy 1. 5 to 7, buy 2. On the sell side, they did get stops above the Globex high on Friday, and we have the spill up here from 20. So we'll make 18 to 20. The idea they'll get stops above this sell 1, then 24, 26, sell 2. And gold's trying to trade up right now. We'll see if we can get through that 20-25 area. Selling in the euro halted over the weekend. No major news to tie it to. Draghi does speak today. So we have these single prints. They did get stops above Friday's highs. So we've got resistance at 106.80, basically 75, 106.70, 106.62. Right in here. So 65 to 75 will be sell 1. And then 90 to the buck, sell 2. On the buy side, support, it looks like it's down in 25 area, so 106.25 buy 1. And then 106 even buy 2. Still think the euro is going to be sold, but that doesn't stop it from rallying from time to time. Okay, crude, like we talked about on Friday. And the idea on Friday afternoon was that nobody would go home major short because of the OPEC meeting coming up and the statements that coming out of OPEC members, spokesmen, leaders, that a deal would be done. And that proved to be the case. We are rallying. So looking at the F1 screen, we are at resistance right here, this 47.50 area. So we've got this low at 47.75. We've got this high right here at 47.25. Got this bill from 48.60. So 47.50 to 48.50 is pretty good resistance. And here we sit. So first sell. Everything looks like we're going higher right now. We know some people are short. So let's try to stretch it 47.75, 48, but we're going to circle 47.50. Then 48.25, 48.50 for sell 2. Market is pointed higher for all the reasons that we've talked about. On the buy side, 46.75, 47. been 46 and a quarter, 46.53. Well, it sounds like you had an interesting weekend, Chuck. Hard to lose by 1 point. This is a week that favors the E-mini on the buy side, and the market is pointed higher this morning, or it was when I looked at it a couple hours ago. Definitely have a P shape. You can see that volume is moving up in every distribution, and we've talked about it. This is the controlling volume right back here, one back. So this is not the controlling volume. That's the controlling volume right there. As long as we stay above 21, say 75, this market can trade higher. So we got contract highs at 92. Get through that. There's no reason not to go to 2200. Deutsche Bank has an article out this morning. The Dow, not the Dow, but the S&P 500 is headed to 2500. We've seen that number mentioned other places. Good luck. I believe it's Century, the Century family of mutual funds said if we get above 2200, it's a breakout. We're in no man's land. 2100 to 2200. Goes above 2200. Things are back bullish again. So we will see. The plot is set. The table is set now. 89.91, sell one. Get through that. 99 to 01 for sell two. On the buy side, 79 to 81. And then 75 to 77 for buy two. This is the key number. Stay above 21.72.75. The market can trade higher. 89 to 91 is just leaning against current resistance. I like the long side better. And then 99. I might be, 94 is probably going to slow it down a little bit, but 99 to 01. I think we're headed above 2200. So that's where that idea comes from. More context than numbers. But if we take out 92, it is the next round number. And it is a significant market number too. And I think the NASDAQ has made new highs, everything but the E-mini. Not sure about that. I think I saw a headline where the NASDAQ on Friday made new highs. I don't know if it closed there, but we'll show it. Hey, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.